Guacamelee 2 is a Metroidvania action platformer featuring a dense and colorful world, new Lacondra moves, sassy new bosses, twice the enemies,
and 300% more chickens.
That's a lot of chickens.
It is. Well, it depends how many chickens were there before. But there were quite a few, so 300% is pretty good.
Story.
The story is you are once again playing Juan, the hero who defeated Calaca in the previous game and became the hero of his village. Then he had kids, put on some weight, got a bit old, went to get avocados for his wife, and boom, a new villain, Salvador, who also wants to destroy the world, and you have to save it.
Once our main character has his mask on, he turns into a wrestle beast, and this is a combination of platforming and side-scrolling barreling, where you can punch the enemies, grapple them, throw them, and makes a lot of combos. There's also a big, huge bosses and many enemies to fight.
And the nice thing is that you can play this with up to 3 friends. The enemies do level in difficulty according to how many people you have playing, but the combat at least is a lot more fun with friends. Platforming might be a different story, but we'll get to that in just a second.
The game is not that difficult because there's frequent checkpoint save, and the game is about 8 hours long.
That gives you a sense of what this game has to offer, so let's go straight to Should You Play It? But first you should know that this game is completely free from the Epic Games Store for 1 week. Starting June 15th, 2023, you'll have a week to claim it, keep it forever, and that is what we do on this channel. We play and review every free weekly game from the Epic Games Store, so subscribe and you'll never have to be bored ever again.
We review all the guacamole!
And the chickens! 300% of the chickens!
Since this is the sequel, I think the sequel went pretty well. If you didn't like the original, you're not gonna like this one. But if you did, I think it's easy yes. This is a same fun. Again, it's better with friends, at least one other friend, but it's amazing that you can play it with up to 4 players. And it's more colorful, the graphic is a little bit better, but it's not that such a big difference. I think the game is still fun. So I'm gonna say yes, again.
You know, the only thing I have to say to add to that is that for the first game, what we both said is that it's more fun playing with friends than it is single player. This one I might actually flip that, mainly because of the platforming that I said we'd come to. Maybe it's because of like making things a little bit more challenging and adding more skills that makes the platforming a little bit more complicated, but it makes it a little bit more difficult to do the platforming with friends. Now the nice thing is that if one of you gets to the end of the area, it just kind of transports everyone, but that feels like cheating and trying to go through these very precise puzzles with even one friend is a little bit challenging. So the fights are more fun, but the platforming is actually more fun to do single player than I really noticed in the first game. But that's not a problem. It means that it might be more appealing to single players. And if you still want to have fun with friends, like brawling with lots of enemies, it's really great for that as well. As you said, still a fun story, lots of colors, good combination of genres, so I'm going to say yes as well.
And just so you know, for the co-op to get into it, you need to first finish about 20 minutes of the story, then it's going to automatically unlock. And I think this is a good sequel, but if you ask us which should you play first, the first or the second one, I think you should definitely go with the first one. We already have a review about it because it is connected with the story.
Let us know in the comments if that was useful, and we'll see you next time.
Bye!
Bye!